Okay. So then he goes outside, and I stayed in and do some work in here. And they measured the roof and walked around the property. And then he came to the back door again, and I went and talked with him. And he said, I'm going to go ahead and give you a roof. And I couldn't believe it. It's one of those moment, day, lifetime experiences where you are totally humbled and just in the groove. I was so in awe of God that day. What can really happen when we open up our hearts to God and just ask for the highest good of all concerned. And he went on, and we're talking back there, and I'm just, whoa, I can't believe it. And then he goes, you know what? You guys are doing work here that's going to go through eternity. This is an insurance adjuster. I was in awe. I was humbled, but it showed me how one we all are. And we all may have our little pieces of the pie and our little understanding of what is what and what we think is what. But when we lift up and connect with that source, when we connect with the Creator, we connect with God, that's where I connected with that man at that high level. I didn't contact him as a client to receive from him on that level. I connected at a real high level for the highest good of all. And then it was demonstrated that as we connect at that high level, it can happen. And I just wanted to share this story because all of us, when we go through life and just the trappings of our day-to-day life, and we might get caught up in everything, and you know what? We can get caught up with life, and it is determined by our habitual way of thinking. Habits keep us in the past. Past patterns, past way of living, experiencing, expressing, being, giving, receiving. Habits, habitual thoughts. And they keep us from living, they keep us from giving, and they keep us from receiving. So when we understand that to know oneself is the journey of life and the path begins in the heart, that's where we go now. We go into our heart. We drop into our heart and connect with that spiritual essence, I am. And then we can begin to live from our heart. There's all sorts of studies done now, scientific studies about our heart, and that there is consciousness within our heart. Our heart knows what's going to happen before we do. It's phenomenal. And we're really coming to that point where science and spirituality are really getting close. For the masses. For people to take these truths and now apply them and incorporate them into their life. To not listen to what the past voices would say or the world would say, but to follow the inner guidance. What should I do here? And we'll get the guidance when we ask. And then take those steps. Because I would have been okay with whatever happened with that insurance adjuster. If he would have said, Patrick, that's just an old roof, and I know you guys are church and everything, but I just can't, in good conscience, give you a new roof. I would have been okay with that, because I asked for the highest good. But all of us are being asked to take that step, to take that bigger step, and give ourselves an opportunity, a chance to be able to receive greater and to give greater and to live greater. This is a a blessing that we have. This life is a blessing, and it's ours to accept and to enjoy and to breathe it in. How many times is Cindy up here and she lays this powerful metaphysical truth on us and she'll go, breathe. Because we're just not breathing. We're sitting out here, and then we go, and we take it into our consciousness. We take it into our body consciousness. We take it into our cells. And that's what allows for transformation. See, we might say body, mind, spirit, but there's only one. Just different degrees of vibration. So we breathe it in. We breathe in that vibration, let it move into where it's going a little slower and maybe a little dense. To begin that movement so that we can break old habits and move into the spontaneity and creativity of life. Heart consciousness. The path begins in the heart. Heart consciousness is all about feeling. It's not about emotions. It's about feeling. Feeling. We can feel the presence of another, whether they're near or far. That's real. We've all experienced that. But we got to drop into our heart. Because when we drop into our heart, we don't go, did I imagine that? No, we know it. See, our heart is the seat of our soul. This is where we know. This is where we know. And we can know anything that we need to know. We have all the answers. We have all our answers within our heart. And it's ours to go there. That's the blessing of life. We can touch the presence of another by sending love from our heart. To send that kind thought to someone, they feel it. I know people have been at home and thought of someone, and then the phone rings, and it's them. They felt the love that you were sending from your heart. That's how real it is. And we're going to just continue to have more and more of these experiences. And the blessing of these experiences is that it's lifting us all. So that we can begin to live like this all the time. Not a couple days a year, but every day. Tuesday night someone said, we talked about Thanksgiving, said, every day is Thanksgiving. Amen. You see? Every day is Christmas. I used to say that a long time where people would look at me like, you're crazy. But now more and more people understand that. Every day is Thanksgiving. Every day is an opportunity to accept the blessing and give the blessing. And when we go into our heart, that's what connects us with life. All of life. It connects us with the people. It connects us with our planet. It can connect us with that flower, the stones, anything. We drop into our heart and allow that energy to flow. Heart to heart. And as it flows back to us, breathe it in. Breathe in the blessing of life. And breathe out a blessing of life. That's the gift. That's the blessing. How powerful to understand and to know that we can truly be a blessing, not here. Most of us think we are a blessing already. We want to know we're a blessing. We want to know we're a blessing. I had a little quote written down, but it didn't get transcribed into these notes. It must not have been that good. But I think it was now. But I can't remember it exactly, but I'm going to go with it.